The Katsina metropolis has been hit by acute water scarcity, which people described as the worst in the last 2 decades. It's over 3 months since the State Water Board has been able to pump water to the state capital and its environs. An elderly woman who was even reported to have lost her life in the struggle to fetch water at the popular Kafar Marusa area in Katsina State. In the Katsina city, rather. TVC News correspondent in Katsina State, Abdulatif Yusuf, reports.
It has come to this. Women, children and elderly wake up early in the morning to struggle for water in all parts of Katsina metropolis. They go in search of where to get water or water vendors to buy from. Water is life and most essential commodity man uses to keep hygiene and purity for worship. Many families are disturbed by the water shortage and can hardly get enough water for daily use, especially during this Ramadan fast period and with prevailing harsh weather conditions. The impact is vividly seen in abattoirs, with animal blood stain decomposing while gutters and sewages around are stagnant to breed mosquitoes. This is how the problem is everywhere you go. Water scarcity that has put lives of close to 1 million people in difficulty. It is certain that less flow of water in sewages means poor hygiene, which can lead to spread of diseases like malaria and cholera. A reason why it is necessary for government to take action in assisting its people in restoring the water back to the people, particularly in this period that temperature gauges over 45 degrees every day. Most of the traditional wells around have dried up and the use of boreholes are limited to well-to-do. Water queues can be seen everywhere and people spend hours before it gets to their turn to collect water. It is a very big problem here. It is unprecedented and we are growing in population. Serious measures must be taken to address this and its reoccurrence. Water at all. We cannot even see water to buy. I am old and we are being frightened by this kind of situation. We have nothing to say other than to pray to God to see us through this water problem. It's an experience we will never forget. We cannot use up to a full bucket to bath. It is terrible. You can see how everybody is involved in looking for water. It is a struggle that we never thought of. We buy water, we buy jerrycans of water on very high price. Water is life and it is paramount that water is restored. This is where an elderly woman supposedly lost her life in search of water, which she ordinarily should have gotten without much stress.
Muna zaune dai ita matan nan da Allah ya kawo lokaci ta zo ɗiban ruwa.
It is disheartening and heartbreaking. This is one of the moments I will never forget. She came here to buy water, and considering she was aged, so we decided to let her go first. On the process of handing over the money, her veil was pulled by the generator belt and led to her death. The hospitals around have not been too affected by the water scarcity due to the backup boreholes they now rely on for sustenance of their water needs. People also troop to the hospital's premises to fetch water. The same cannot be said about the state abattoir. Animals are killed here on a daily basis and the butchers need water to run their operations. The shortage of water is taking a very heavy toll in maintaining hygiene in the place. The people here fear that if this water shortage continues for much longer, it may lead to an outbreak of waterborne diseases.
Despite the fact that we paid daily fees before we are allowed to slaughter animals here, they don't provide enough water. You can see how dirty the place is looking. This business cannot triumph without water. We really need serious interventions in water supply to avoid outbreak of disease. We pray government will do something very soon.
The State Water Board says the sudden breakdown of pumping machines at Ajiwa Water Works grounded its ability to provide the daily requirements of water.
This is Ajiwa Water Works in Katsina State, commissioned in 1975 to supply water to Katsina metropolis and beyond. It is estimated that daily over 50 million liters of water is expected to be pumped from here to the main city for use. But it appears that the machines here are getting older and the water being supplied less beyond what people are expecting. That is why the water shortage keeps growing from minute to minute, hour to hour.
We've made a quick arrangement in order to cushion the effect of this problem to the people. We have arranged for water tankers. We invited water tankers from the local governments, and we collect water from Ajiwa and distribute it to the town so that people can have some relief from this harsh weather of heat time, and also we are now in fasting period, so demand of water is more now. People need water for their livelihood, so that's why we have arranged for these tankers, and we are supplying water every day to the people in the town. So that's what he thought of, building another pumping station. Of course, the old pumping station we have now is a pumping station which has been constructed about 45 years ago. And this pumping station is using vertically operated pumps. And these pumps are problematic pumps. They give a lot of problem because they have short shaft, mechanical seal, and some bearings, which they always fail. And these things are very expensive. So he thought of changing the arrangement now so that we can now start using the horizontally driven pumps, which are more efficient, which also last longer. That's why he has given a contract for the building of another pumping house together with new pumps entirely, so that we can leave the old pumping station and come back to the new pumping station.
Provision of potable water is one of the basic needs government cannot ignore. It must respond quickly before the water scarcity becomes much worse.
With the supply of the new 2 pumps to replace the burnt ones by the state government, it is expected that in the next 2 weeks, water supply will resume fully in Katsina. Abdul Latif Yusuf, TVC News, Katsina.